Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday show. I've been promising this show for a long time, and it's finally here. This show, just to kind of give you a heads up, it's just essentially me talking about whatever it is I want to talk about. I'll jump around, talk about different things. But first, before I get started, I definitely want to give a shout out to all the people that are going to watch this video, like this video, share this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I am at 86 subscribers, which means I'm 14 away from 100. That's doable. We can get 100 subscribers. So please subscribe to my channel. I'm at the point I'm going to be begging and pleading and always talking about subscribe. You can visit my website at tracymediallc.com. You can also become my Patreon. Patreon support starts at $2 and it goes all the way up to $35. Any level of support is appreciated. That's where you get exclusive videos. I'll start to do more things, but of course, more things cost more money. And being a patron really helps me to meet those expenses. So, with all of those commercials finally out of the way, I wanted to talk about a couple of things. Of course, I'm going to get into politics because that's just me. Um, but I wanted to talk first about the whole I can't even think of, well, let's scratch that. So I said I wasn't going to talk about politics till later, change my mind. See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to do. So I want to talk about why Trump is not going to go to jail or prison. Yeah, because jail is just where you get to bail out and you get to be free and then you come back for a trial. Prison, you're not going anywhere. Okay, so he's not going to prison. I am so very tired of watching even independent media get into this, mainstream media. Oh, we got him now. No, you don't. Sure, the evidence is right there. Sure, he had something to do with January 6th. Sure, he stole documents and he stole them from the White House and took them to his home. Sure, he phoned the person in Georgia and said, hey, I just need 11,000 votes. But he's not going to prison. One, because he, unfortunately, was a former president. This country does not like to punish people in high positions. Especially, I'm talking about in terms of politics. This would be monumental if we put a former president in prison. How would that work? You know, if for some odd reason he goes to prison, it can't be a regular prison. It has to be something, that's secure, that has Secret Service, because he still has Secret Service. That's just like that. How to put him in prison is a big thing that I haven't heard anybody discuss. Like I said, you had to have Secret Service, you had to have you know is he going to be with other prisoners? Is he going to be in solitary confinement? There's a lot of things to think about that I don't think that people have like really pressed. Like if he really went to prison. Other thing, when you're sentenced to prison, usually if he's got lawyers worth half of a dime, they would probably appeal it. I don't know which other charges he would go to prison for, but you can expect appeal after appeal after appeal after appeal. Other thing is, if you're in the Biden administration, even though you didn't put him in prison, you're going to be perceived as the president that put another president in prison. That's not something that I think that the Biden administration wants. Sure, they don't control whether Trump goes to prison or not, which again, he's not going at all. But who wants to be the president that puts another president in prison? That doesn't, America has this superiority complex where we just think we're better than other countries that actually put their presidents in jail. See, other countries do that, we don't. But we have this whole austerity of the office, like we hold the office in such high esteem that for the justice system not to take that into consideration, that's going to be hard. Because if on one hand, if you put them in prison, that shows, hey, doesn't matter what your title is, doesn't matter who you are, the law is the law, you broke it, so here's your punishment. But on the other hand, this is America. And I don't think anybody is really comfortable with a former president being in prison. Now, of course, there's a couple of crimes, if they do it, yes, put them in prison. But I don't, pardon me, I don't really think that we're comfortable with a former president being in prison, even if we don't like the former president. I just can't see people being comfortable with that. But, I could be wrong. I'm kind of 50-50. Yes, I definitely think he should be in prison. But am I comfortable with that? Am I expecting, when you get that high of an office that you act like, you act the part. You don't, call people in Georgia and say, hey, I need 11,000 votes. Can you find them? No, you lost. I still don't know if I'm comfortable with a president going to prison. It doesn't sit right with me. And I'm not saying that Trump doesn't deserve to go. He deserves to go. But if he actually went, okay, he's there. But then what would happen? Tell you another reason I just thought of. His supporters, they're rioting. Point blank, period. They're gonna riot. They're gonna riot. They're gonna send death threats if they find out who the jury is. They're gonna find them. They're gonna find the prosecutors. They're gonna riot. They will definitely riot. And then that's another thing that I just thought of: jurors. Who are you gonna find to be jurors? What, 12 to 13? It's always an odd. Hello, this is Tracy, and I want to let you know that the video that you just watched is just a snippet. And to see the whole wonderful episode, you need to be a Patreon. The link to be a Patreon is in the description section. Please check it out and please support. We need as much support as possible. Remember, you can always subscribe to our page and be notified when we get new videos. But if you want to see the whole video in its entirety, unedited, just off the cuff, no filters, no anything, be a Patreon. You can start as low as just $1 per month or $5 per month. We'll start to have polls. Sometimes I'll drop into the Patreon once we get a couple more members. But again, I just want to encourage you to support us on the Patreon. The link is in the description, and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.